Hey there, welcome back. Now in this lecture, let us discuss about certain methods or most popular methods related to string. Here I basically took three random string, first name, last name and something random. And now we are going to test multiple type of methods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly print them using console.log, and here I'm just going to pass whatever the method that I'm applying. So for example, let me take first name, and if I'm going to apply the uppercase method, let me do that simply. That means I have a string, or I should say a variable, and I have applied this method to it. That's it. Let me try something else. This is uppercase. We also know about lowercase as well. Let's say last name and then lowercase. That's it. So this is going to be the lowercase. But then what if I want to check something, or what if I want to replace something? What if I want to slice it? So there are multiple things that we can do. Suppose if I want to check the position of maybe this h. So what I can do is I can use a method on our string. So let's say I have my first name, and then I can use index of. So I'm going to use dot, and then I have index of, and we need to pass something in these bracket now, something in these parentheses. What we need to pass? We need to pass what is the character for which we are looking for the index. So suppose I'm looking for h here, so I need to pass h. I'm looking for the index of h, and if I save this one, you can see 1. Why? Because 0 and 1. Now here, if you see in my name there are 2h. Why it is returning 1? It should also return the next one, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should return 4 also, right? But when we use index of, it is going to return, it is going to give us a response of the first character that is appearing, the first h. Let's say I have another one, and I'm going to use first name dot, and this time I'm going to use last index of. Now what this last index of is going to return is, it is going to say the last h that is going to be there in my name. So I need to use parenthesis and I need to pass h. Okay, and if I save this one, you can see 4. So this is the last h, index of last h. Okay, and this is simple. These are pretty simple. You are just going to use a method and get certain information. But then we can do a lot more. We can do maybe just get the first 4 character, or we can replace the h with something else, or we can do something else. Maybe we can remove this space and add a dash. Lot of things are possible. So for that, let me try to discuss about replace. So if I have this console log, and I have my first name dot replace, this replace is going to take 2 things. The first thing is what I need to replace. Suppose I need to replace the string h, comma, with what I need to replace. So if there is h, what I should add instead of h? Let's say dash, so it's easily visible. And if I save this one, you can see now h is replaced with dash. Okay, again if you see, I have 2h in my name. It only replaced the first one. If I need to replace all, what I need to do is I need to use console.log, and let me take my first name, use replace all. Yep, you heard it right. It's replace all. The first character which I need to replace, which is going to be h, and then I'm going to pass a dash. That means it is going to replace all h. And here you can see my first h is replaced, my next h is also replaced. So that means replace all is going to replace all my characters. One thing we need to discuss, is this method destructive? Is this method is going to alter the original one, original variable? Let's find out. So what I can do is I can use console log, and here I can just pass first name, and if you see, everything is same for my first name. We are just doing some experiment and we are just printing them right now. We are not changing the first name, the original first name, original variable. We are not doing anything. Okay, let me comment this one. Let me discuss furthermore. What if I need a piece of this? So I have this random. What if I need learning and JavaScript separately? I can do that. So what I'm going to do is first let me add console so I can print all these results. So I have a method which is known as substring. So suppose I take this random variable dot substring. Now this substring is going to take two things, which is going to be start from where we need to start and then end from where we need to end. So if I take these parentheses, add a comma, and here I need to pass the index position. Suppose I start from 0. That means I'm going to start from here. And what I need is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 7th position. So if I pass 7 right now and save this one, okay, you can see I have this learning because the last index position is not included. If I pass 8 here, you can see it's learning now. That means we have our start value, we have our end value, the end position that we pass is not included. Here if I pass 2, that means 0 and 1 is included, the second one is not included. Till 2 we are going to get, not exact 2, 0, 1, and we are going to stop there. So if I pass 8 here, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. You need to remember this point, and we are going to see this at lot of places, not just substring. But there are multiple places where you will see this is the start position and this is till position. That means we are going till 8, not exact 8. So this will be 7. Now this is important because not just this substring, but there are several other methods with other data types as well that take a start position and then a end position. And remember, end position is not included. The start position is included, end position is not included. Okay, I hope you got the idea about substring. Now if I try to create another substring, let me copy this one, let me paste this one. Here what I did is just copy here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, so I have the exact line. And suppose I want this JavaScript, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to this character, which is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to start from 9 till when? So this is going to be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So if I enter 18 and if I save this one, you can see the last one is not here. So I need to pass 19. Save and you can see it's working fine. So that's how we are going to create substring. The other thing you need to remember is these are index position. Let me talk about few other. So I'm going to use console log and let me create 2. Yeah. So I'm going to take this random dot and this time I'm going to take slice. So I have this random dot slice and I need to pass 2 position. Again, the first one and the last one. It is going to work exactly something like substring. So if I say 0, comma, till when we need to go? 8. And if I do something similar, 9, comma, 19. And if I save this one, you can see the result is exactly the same. So there are multiple other methods that we will explore as we move forward. These are few common ones that you should know as a beginner. There are tons of more that we are going to discuss. This is just the start so you get familiar. Now there are another type that returns true and false only. That means if I'm going to ask something with the help of a method, it is going to return true or false. What I'm going to do is I'm going to comment all of them. Yeah, so here let me talk about them. For example, if I use here console.log first, and if I use the first name dot and I have option to use start with, here I'm just checking. So if I use this starts with, and if I say capital S, again I'm going to use first name and I'm going to use ends with, and if I pass suppose M, save this one, you can see true, true, and this is the last one which is about my console, true, true, and then Shubham. So what they are doing is they are testing something and then they are returning if this is true or false. Here I have a variable and I'm saying does this variable start with capital S? Yes, it's true. Does this variable ends with M, small m? Yes, it's true. Now remember, these are case sensitive. So if I pass small s and if I save this one, you can see it's false. Why? Because small s and capital S is different. So that's how it is going to work, and I hope you got the idea. There are multiple other type that usually work like this, and this help us to get some information that okay, if this is right, this is wrong, so we get true and false. We can also pass certain more characters. So if I need to check not just single character but a proper substring, what I can use is I can use includes, and then I can pass something, a small substring. Let's say I have this random here and I want to check if this random includes word like learn, and if I save this one, you can see it's true. Why? Because we have learn here. For example, if I say if this include script, if I save this one, you can see it's true. Why? Because script is there in this whole string. This should exist somewhere. If I pass small s, save this one, I get a false. Why? It's case sensitive and here this s is capital. So that's it. I hope you got to know about all of these methods. We are going to work with lot more, but this is the basics that will help you to start with. Thank you for following and I see you guys in the next one.